Morning, welcome back to the shop. Got a piece of hickory and right now it's on the worm screw that you can see here. I'm going to turn it into a live edge bowl. This video is completely in 8 times speed, so I took all the audio out because it was really just a bunch of high-pitched chattering and every once in a while hearing shitbug talk. Uh, wasn't able to get an intro and an outro done for this one, but there hadn't been any changes to the sticker board or anything like that since the last video that I was able to put out. Here I was finally able to get my tool rest turned around the correct way after taking down that corner some. But I'll be popping in and throughout explaining kind of what I'm doing going along, and so we'll see how it goes. I did end up having a lot of problems with the getting it down round and going around with everything, just getting everything smoothed off. But switching in between tools, and then when I actually figured out and sharpened all my tools again and then was keeping them sharp, it helped out a lot. Here was where I really started noticing that I might need to sharpen my tools. At this point I had gotten it down to round enough to where I could actually get in and change the speed on the lathe, get it up a little faster, and it enabled me to cut a whole lot better. Just getting everything down to the shape that I was kind of wanting, and here in a little bit getting the tenon cut into it. Here I start working on that tinning and everything there on the bottom of the bowl, just to get it to where I can get it turned around, get it in the chuck, and start hollowing. Trying to round over that top and everything ended up being a big pain. And I guess it's just because I'm not used to doing the where it's hitting and missing and hitting and missing and hitting and missing, where the of course the voids are in between where the wood actually hits the tool. Here I've got the piece flipped around and I'm starting to hollow it out, and I'm realizing that trying to test it on the higher speed here, and it's just not working out, so I go back to the slower speed to hollow it on out. You'll see me go through a few different bowl gouges here. Actually, a few different tools. I'll go to a round nose scraper here in a minute, but I was just messing around with them, seeing which one hollowed out better, which one cut better, which one felt better to be working with, and going through all that. But I finally decide on the medium-sized. I'm not exactly sure of the sizes, but the medium-sized gouge is what actually felt better to me while I was going through. Here I'd finally figured out that y'all couldn't see what I was doing, and I have to apologize for the angle the camera was at, but the only way I could get it to where you could see and set it at a right angle was sitting on my lathe table, and that just causes way too much vibration in the camera, and it just looks horrible. Here I decided that I was going to up the speed of the lathe, and it ended up being a mistake. Because there went the piece off the lathe because the tenon broke, which you'll see here in just a second because I actually show you. And that thing, when it came off, good thing I wasn't standing right beside it, but where I was, it still bounced off my face shield, and yeah. On this one, we actually had the tenon break on it. I turned it back around on the worm screw, cut a mortise back into it, then had a catch, and it broke the mortise, so I turned it back around again, reshaped the outside of it down, which of course dummy forgot to push record on the camera when he was doing all that, but cut a deeper mortise into it, got it turned back around, and then started moving along, going through all that. And then from there on, it actually didn't give me that many problems afterwards, and I was able to go through and finish the rest of it. I did finally stop sticking my head in the way of the camera, though. I kind of realized where y'all are at and started not leaning over quite so much. And we're coming down here to the end of the video because, once again, that dummy forgot to push record, and there's where it came off one last time on me, but ended up still doing pretty good after that. But I hope y'all like this video. As always, drop a comment and let me know what I'm doing wrong, how I can do things better, including with the video making or what I'm doing with the lathe. A couple of still images coming up for you, and I hope y'all liked it. If you did, please give me a little bit of that thumbs up love, and we'll see you next time.